Hey guys, before we even begin today's video, I wanted to bring some attention to something that recently happened. Vanessa Lee Chester, the actress that played Kelly Malcolm in the Lost World Jurassic Park, just got some really unfortunate news yesterday. Apparently, some truly terrible person broke in and stole a ton of her personal belongings that she got all the way back in the 90s when she worked on the movie. Things like toys, magazines, personal photos, and memories of her time as Kelly have all been stolen from her, and it would be pretty incredible if in some way some of us could try and help her to get them back. So if any of you guys find any Kelly Malcolm stuff that looks a little too personal on the internet for sale, make sure you DM her on Twitter in order to set things right. Hope you get your stuff back, Vanessa. We'll try to help any way we can. Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Now for today's video, I wanted to talk about Jurassic World 3. Now, I want to start this video off by saying that while this is a topic of speculation, we're only doing that because we know for a fact that the Jurassic World trilogy has been building towards this idea since the fourth film came out back in 2015. We've heard several times that this is the direction that Colin Trevorrow has wanted to take the series in, and it's something that we can pretty much guarantee that we'll see in JP6. It's the finer details that we don't have too much info on as of right now. So back in 2018, Mr. Trevorrow had this to say on Jurassic World 3 in an interview with EW. It will be focused storytelling with dinosaurs all over the world. We really wanted this technology, this genetic power, to go open source at the end of the film. What we're suggesting is not just that these specific animals that we care about that were in captivity were freed, but also that the ability to create these animals has gone a little bit wider than our friend Dr. Wu. The open sourcing of any technology like nuclear power, that's the scary side for me. Now he's basically saying here that Jurassic World 3 is going to have dinosaurs all over the planet, and not just the ones that got away in the Lockwood Manor in the woods. This is going to be a much bigger scale. And the reason that eventually happens is because of the genetic blueprint for building a dinosaur was shotgunned out all over the world at the end of Fallen Kingdom. Remember, when those auction buyers are seen driving away with ankylosaurs, baryonyx, and allos in the movie, we're told that half of the auction had already taken place, which means that quite a lot of other dinosaurs were also sold without us actually seeing it happen on screen. And another scene that plays out during that same movie actually featured Henry Wu getting upset at Mills for greedily going ahead and selling his Indoraptor prototype. The reason he tells Mills that this is a bad call is because other people are going to just make more of them. His art would be compromised, and he'd have a ton of people basically standing on his shoulders to accomplish something as fast as they could without learning any of the knowledge he'd acquired over these decades. Dinosaurs will be all over the place in the next movie. They'll be in jungles, forests, remote locations, or even run across a dark road on a foggy night. Humans are going to have to deal with these species being thrown into the mix together on a daily basis in the modern world. Now, with this uncharted territory comes a certain question, like how is this going to take place exactly? The next movie is going to pick up 3 or at least 3 years after the events of the last, so that means that it will have been quite a long time since those animals got sold at the auction. From my point of view, it looks like we're more than likely going to see the rise of a few genetic corporations making their own very new brand of dinosaur clones. With InGen having suffered repeated financial losses, somebody else will probably rise up and take their symbolic place. One company I'd personally love to see do this more than any other would of course have to be BioSyn. And while I think that this film would be the perfect time to reintroduce this threat into the film series, I also must admit that there is a major catch that needs to be addressed if it's something they actually do. You see, Lewis Dodson, who was played by Cameron Thor in the original Jurassic Park, happens to be an operative for BioSyn in the books. He gives Dennis Nedry all this money in the shaving cream can to steal John Hammond's embryos and safely smuggle them off of the island for that rival genetics company. Dodson has already been established as a nefarious character in the movies, and that's put a foot in the door for BioSyn to finally make a full-fledged appearance. There's just one problem. Cameron Thor was actually arrested and thrown in prison for sexually assaulting a minor back in 2016. He's done some pretty damn terrible stuff, and for all intents and purposes, he ain't gonna be in Jurassic World 3. Without Dodson, BioSyn's link to the Jurassic Park movie might be a little difficult for people to actually comprehend. So without this horrible person from the books and real life in the film, it could be tricky to work into the story. In my honest opinion, I think the perfect thing to do moving forward would just be to recast him and disconnect his association with the franchise completely. Let the character live on, but let the actor's role in the series just straight up die. But again, all of this speculation is predicated on the idea that BioSyn could return in the movie if this is the company that they want to reintroduce. Truth be told, they may not even choose to explore the dealings of a single company, and may instead just explain to us that the cloning process has been patented and packaged several times over the years since Fallen Kingdom happened. Bottom line is that more people can make a dinosaur now instead of just Dr. Wu. That power has exploded onto the free market, and it's going to be a big issue for the people of this world going forward. Now, I'm curious to hear what all of you guys think about this genetic engineering as a whole. Also, do you think BioSyn or Dodson has a shot at popping up in the next movie? I think it's his best chance, but I'm shaky on whether or not I truly believe that BioSyn's going to be in it or not. Probably not, but we don't really have any info right now. Whatever your own personal thoughts and opinions might be, I'd love to hear them in the comments down below. Now before I go, I'd like to thank all of my game wardens, as well as all of my InGen executives. I'd also like to thank all of my park workers and InGen hunters as well. It really means the world to me that all of you continue to watch my videos, and I never want any of you to forget that. Now, I'd like to thank all of you for watching today's video, and hope you all enjoyed the content. If you feel like I deserve it, I'd appreciate the like, and hope that you'll consider subscribing if you're interested in hearing from me again. See you all in the next video, guys, and as always, take it easy.